Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to RPG Community College. Today I thought I'd share with you how I farm up a bunch of gear and crafting components after I hit Ultimate Difficulty on a fresh account. I figured this would be useful for new players or just people starting off in the Community League. And this whole route doesn't really take that much time. It's about like 10 or 15 minutes to do the whole thing, and it can be a little bit shorter if you cut out a couple of the things that I did just specifically for my build. But yeah, let's just get right into it. We start off by heading to the Warden's Lab Rift, and we come here to collect Aether Crystals, and you can also get a Monster Totem spawn, and if you're lucky, you might even see Valdarin, the Ethereal Nemesis. After this, I like to head to the Broken Hills. There's a guaranteed Monster Totem spawn there, and you can kill the Guardian of Selial for his pants. If you didn't want the pants, you could probably cut this one out, because running out to the Monster Totem actually takes quite a bit of time. And next I head over to Twin Falls. There's usually going to be a Monster Totem here, and also I farm the Hive for the Royal Jelly. That's pretty useful for crafting a bunch of potions. And there's also a lot of elite mobs that spawn around the Hive area, so it's not a bad place to farm. You might get lucky and get a drop from them. Then I head on over to Deadman's Gulch, and then I go down into the area with the Trogs. Down here you can find a treasure trove that you gotta blow open with some dynamite. There's also another totem spawn down here, and I also like to kill Icarix, but if he is on the way you can just skip him. Then I head over and check the Bloodgrove Rift. Sometimes you'll get a Monster Totem spawn, like right next to the rift, and if it's not there I just leave and go up to the Astrakan Valley. There's another Monster Totem spawn you can see here, like from the portal, and then if it's not there I just head into the Tomb of Korvac and I go and I farm Chthonic Seals of Binding. I also needed a monster infrequent item out of here, so I full cleared the place. And there's a lot of chests in here too, if you're in the Community League and want to spawn a bunch of ambushes. So this area was actually like really good to farm. But if you're not in the Community League, I wouldn't full clear this area. Just clear like most of the half with all the Chthonic enemies, and then just leave and save yourself some time. Then I head over to the Necropolis Interior Rift, and I look for the final Monster Totem in the run, and I just kill that. And it's usually at this point that I'll just reset the world and I'll go and do it all over again. If you can do some Skeleton Key dungeons, it's not a bad idea to do, but I usually find that the time it takes to do like a Skeleton Key dungeon like Steps of Torment, I could probably do another one of these runs, and I would just rather do that because they're a lot less rippy, and I'm getting a bunch of other crafting materials on top of it. But it's not exactly a bad idea to go and do some Skeleton Key dungeons either, especially if you need some of the specific loot that's in there that doesn't drop anywhere else. And they're fun too, right? And that's important. If you're going to be playing a bunch of Grim Dawn, I mean, you should definitely always go out of your way to have some fun. But yeah, if you use the farming route that I just described, the legendary items will definitely start to pile up, and I would definitely recommend that you don't sell any of them. What I like to do is I take the legendary items that I don't ever plan on using, and I put them into a separate tab, and then when that tab gets full, I empty the entire thing out into my inventory. I take the items over to the inventor, and then I dismantle them. This only costs you 1 stick of dynamite, and if you're running low on dynamite, you can go to the blacksmith in Homestead, and you can craft some there. All it costs you is 1 Aether Shard, and you get 3 dynamite, and you will have a ton of Aether Shards because you farmed the Warden's Lab Rift. And from dismantling your legendary items, you're going to get a bunch of rare crafting components, like Ethereal Missives and Mutagens, Ancient Hearts, Blood of Chthons, stuff like that. And that's why I do it, because those items are more valuable to me than the iron bits that you're going to get from just like vendoring them. And you actually do get quite a bit of these items too, just from farming the monster totems. Like I think we hit in the route like at least one of each different type of totem, so that's pretty nice. And you also get a lot of iron bits too, just from picking up all the green items. Like I know in the video footage in the background, you don't really see a lot, but that's because I have them filtered out, because I just stopped picking them up after a certain point, because I just kind of bought everything that I needed. But I was getting like probably like 1.5 to 2 full inventories of green items every run that I was doing. So this is also a really good way to farm iron bits if you need them. But I think that about covers everything, so I'm going to end the video here. Thank you for watching, and if you would like to continue your education, enrollment here is free. All you gotta do is like and subscribe. I wish you the best of luck in your loot runs, and I hope to see you again soon.